Hey everybody, it's Simmers Talk and welcome back to another video. And in today's video we're going to be building a cozy suburban house. Now this house did take me a while, but I actually fell in love with it more towards the end than I did in the beginning. And I guess my reasoning for that would be the lack of inspiration I had towards the build. I had no pictures, I had nothing. I was just going off of what was in my head and what I was visualizing. At first I was going to go for like a more modernish build because I haven't done a modern build in a while, but when it came to the roofing it just felt easier and more natural to do a suburban-ish house. I guess technically in a way I could have done a farmhouse too, but altogether I think this build came out beautiful. I even fell in love with the little pool I did in the backyard, which was actually technically on the deck. And that was something different that I did that I wasn't used to, so when it came to that part you could see that I messed up a lot and I kept having to redo what I was doing. And also I struggled with the front path. I don't know why. It wasn't the fact that I couldn't get it to look how I wanted it to look. It was just that I didn't know if I wanted to connect it to the driveway or if I wanted it to go off into its own space in the backyard, which is what I ended up doing, but it was still something that I struggled to figure out along the way. Now at this point in the video, I was still thinking that I was gonna do like a modernish build, so I was trying to put bigger windows and everything and a different type of fencing, but I ended up changing all of that at the end. One feature to this build that I felt stood out the best would be the driveway. That was technically a roof, and if you want to see how I built that, you can obviously just put the video in slow motion and see how that's done, or I can make a separate tutorial depending on what you guys want. And at this point in the video I'm doing a third story to the house, which will technically be hidden by a roof mainly. And really I was just trying to figure out everything before I got down to the landscaping, which usually I do like landscaping, but I don't know, it just kind of felt like a chore on this build just because everything wasn't going the way I wanted it to. There was plants that were floating that I had to make look like they weren't, you know what I mean? Now when it comes to future builds, I am curious to know what you guys would like to see from me. What type of builds, how many rooms, how big, what lot. Any details or any suggestions, just go ahead and comment them down below and I'll go ahead and look at them. And at this point in the build, I was satisfied with the color of the shutters, but I wasn't satisfied with the window shape and the window placement, so I ended up changing that and I guess the wall structure a little bit too. So you'll see me struggle to try to fix it here before I just went ahead and skipped forward for you guys to get through that because it was kind of long. In the second recording of this video, or the second time I dived back into this build, it felt more natural to put the wallpaper on and really just decorate the house. When it came to the wallpaper I used on the garage, I actually fell in love with it. It's not like a wallpaper I usually use, so it was a little bit different in that way, but I felt like it matched so many, or at least it paired well with so many different other wallpapers. And so I used like 6, I think 5 to 6 different wallpapers or textures on the walls. One thing I felt like was irking me a little bit about this build was I guess more towards the right of the build where that 2 long windows are with the shutters, and how it has that like bay window above it and how it's not really that centered with the top floor. I guess that kind of bothered me in a way, but when I worked with it and kept dealing with it or working with it, it finally went away, my grudge against it. I feel like altogether with what I've seen myself build, I would give this build like a 6 out of 10 because it wasn't my best, but it also wasn't horrible. I felt like I could have done better when it came to certain places, but I really felt like this build was beautiful, and I didn't exactly do the floor plan yet, but I'm sure it's gonna have lots of rooms and everything. And also, if this build is not uploaded by the time I upload this video, then it should be up by sometime this week for sure. I'm not planning on working with this house anymore. And also, I should probably mention that this is like the second house I've built since coming back to social media and I guess building in The Sims in general. So, please go gentle on me because I know it could be a little rough at some points in the video where I'm struggling to figure out some things, but you know, it's not that cringy. I also felt like the hedges I added really brought life to this build. And helped to create walls and barriers in places I didn't have, like next to the driveway, which I ended up adding a long fence anyways, but if I didn't, that would be what I would have done. I feel like once I start to pick up my confidence with the build, then that's when it starts to go more smoothly for me. Otherwise, I'm going back and forth with certain things and deciding what looks good, but once I get the ball rolling, it's rolling. You know what I mean? I really love the colors of this house and how, I guess, in a way, it's like dullish looking, but it's more realistic looking to me, at least. And I feel like that's what you guys tend to love about my houses as well, is the realistic look. And you know what? I'm here for it too. I'm living for it. Around this part in the video is when I decided to get rid of the pathway going from the middle pathway to the driveway and put another pathway from the middle pathway to the backyard, and that way it all feels connected in a way. And I put a little gate and I just feel like it's really cute. I really feel like this house came together in the end and it just looks really well. I could have added some more decorations and such, but then again, I haven't furnished this house. I can furnish this house if you guys would like to see that, but that would have to be in a whole separate other video because I just feel like I put so much detail into my builds, and then also my furnishing builds, I guess. But what I'm saying is it's hard to pair them together in a video without making it so long. But we are getting to that point in the video where it's time to say our goodbyes. So if you guys like this video, be sure to comment what your favorite part of this video was. Go ahead and give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more content, and turn on push notifications so you know when I post. And make sure to comment down what you guys want to see in the future. What type of builds you guys want to see, or what type of videos you guys want to see in general. Do you want to see more challenges or more let's play videos? What are we feeling? Or your comment can be something completely different. Tell me what your favorite part of your day was, or what you ate for dinner or breakfast, or whatever time it is for you. I love you guys so much, and I'll go ahead and see you guys in the next video. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day or night or whatever, and yeah, show some love, and I'll see you in the next vid.